Well, hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge. That's football. We're live for Wolverhampton Wanderers against Sevilla. I thought I was live 5 minutes ago and then I realised I wasn't. So I've been talking to myself for 4 minutes, which some would say is what you do anyway, but actually there's normally a number and live comments to make me feel part of something, which I realised you were all just chatting amongst yourself saying, where is the Pratt? And then I realised I wasn't actually live. But we're going to be going very much quickly into this because we're very, very close to kickoff. Sorry, I was playing Fall Guys on PS4. So, yeah, that's what I was doing. But I'm going to give you the team news in a minute. But I just want to kick the game off. And we are live. We're live on Hot Mic as well. Thank you to everyone who's joining in on that one. Good to have you. You can download Hot Mic. The link is in the video description. Invoke code Mark363. Hello Maynard and Sam Silverwood. Big up the Hot Mic, massive. You get your crowd noise there, of course. But let me just go through the team news as soon as this game kicks off. Who do I want to win? Who do you want to win? It's not all about me. I'm Mark Goldbridge. That's football. In fact, let's call it That's Football. It's about what you think as well. But I personally think it's better the devil you know. I would rather play Wolves in the semi-final on Sunday because Sevilla, to me, are a team that could play us off the park. So that's my stance on it. I would probably rather play Wolves. Now, Wolves have been a bit hit and miss this season. I think on their day, they can win games 3 or 4-0. My prediction is this is going to be quite tight. I'm going to go 2-1 to, I think Sevilla will win. Their record in the Europa League is fantastic. So, but what will Wolves be like having had a little bit of a break? So let's have a look. But I'll go through the team news. The game has kicked off. Patricio, Bowley, Cody, Says, Doherty, Dendonka, Martinho, Vinegra, Neves, Traore and Jimenez are the players that are starting. Jota on the bench. And an early chance there for Raul Jimenez. Lovely cross coming in. Gets his header away. Straight at the keeper. So an early chance there for Wolverhampton. Sevilla have got Bono in goal. Not from U2. That would be hideous. Navas, Koundé, Silva, Regolan, Banega. A lot of you will know who Banega is. Watch out for number 10 for Sevilla. Very influential player. Reje, Jordan, Says, and Nasir and Ocampos. I don't know many of these players, but they have got De Jong on the bench. And they will be an interesting team. But yeah, I think that Sevilla are always going to be a team that plays football, which is always good on a football pitch. But yeah, I think they will give them a game. What do you think of Bolognese and making the whole Celtic team self-isolate? Says, I want to know, Jermaine Defoe. I wasn't aware of that. And hi, Mark. Actually got involved with the United Stand Discord today. What a wonderful community it is. Hope you are well, says the Royal Mail X. Get on the Discord. I'm going to keep pushing it. Half a chance there for Sevilla. On his left foot. Wasn't a particularly good shot. And Nasir, left shot there, but a couple of early things there. The timer is working. It's probably just not visible. Let me have a look where it is. Where's the bloody timer? Why can't we see the timer? There you go. Simples. I don't really have a lot to say about Fabrizio Romano tweets or anything like that, because I think Fabrizio Romano was given the update on the Manchester United situation, and we've covered that on the United Stand. I'm happy to answer new theories and questions, but I mean, look, Fabrizio Romano hasn't said anything about anything that we didn't discuss at 6 o'clock on the United Stand, so we know the situation. People will choose to believe that situation if they want, that there is an agreement with Sancho in relation to the personal terms, that United have got to pay €120 million, and at the moment there is an impasse with the deal. So the negotiations continue. And another bit of a chance there, onto the roof of the net, from a cross. And Wolverhampton Wanderers are definitely causing Sevilla problems from crosses. What is your score predictions, everybody? Anyway, let me know in the live comments. Hope everyone's doing well, says Kartik. Atalanta versus PSG, watch along, please. I haven't even considered the next few watch-alongs, if I'm honest with you. I need to have a look at that. So, Wednesday night, Atalanta versus PSG. Thursday night, Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. Friday night, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. And Saturday night, Man City, Lyon. I'll definitely do Barcelona, Bayern Munich on Friday night. I can't make you any promises about the other games. We'll have to wait and see. But definitely Bayern, Barca on Friday night. We will do. And then, obviously, Sunday night will be the quarter-final of the Europa League with Manchester United in it. So that'll be on the United stand. And then the semi-final we will do on here next Monday night. And then you've got semi-finals on Tuesday, Wednesday of the Champions League, which we will cover as well. And then Friday night is the Europa League final. And Sunday night is the final of the Champions League. So they're 2 nights apart and that way. So yeah, lots to get excited about. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Let's have a look how we're doing for subscribers on this channel. You're very welcome. Everyone's welcome on here. FIFA career mode is not dead. A lot of people think the FIFA career mode is dead. It's not. What you need to do is, if you click the link in the video description and go to our Twitch page, which I'm just about to do now, you can see that we've done our very first stream on there. We've got 1,780 followers on Twitch now, and we've only done one stream, which was 2 hours 20 minutes this afternoon. We did Pro Clubs, so that's where we do Pro Clubs now, which is our United stand team. We're up to Division 3 at the moment, and we will be back on there tomorrow as well. But career mode will continue on here. Traore into Jimenez, and he falls over. So yeah, we're still doing the FIFA career mode for Villa on this channel. That will be back tomorrow, and Pro Clubs is on Twitch, which is the link in the video description. So really enjoyed that. Why is Twitch? Why have you gone to Twitch, Mark? Because when we do Pro Clubs, I always feel that YouTube works well for watch-alongs for a couple of hours, but then realistically, anything else you're going to do, career mode, an hour is about enough for everybody. Whereas I think Twitch is more of a longer-term platform, and you know, Pro Clubs isn't for everybody, so we just want to put it on Twitch. That's how it's going to work. What do you think about Ricky comments about Greenwood last night? Just seems like he doesn't like anyone other than Mata and Matic, says Joel Morris. I actually haven't seen Ricky's fan cam from last night because I was so tired. I didn't watch anybody's for the first time ever. And from what I heard, I'm quite glad I didn't. So, look, Greenwood's a generational talent from the youth setup. I think he's one of the best players we've had in a long time. So, Matt says, I think I want Sevilla for United on Sunday. Just feel like playing the harder, more unfamiliar team is a good thing before Champions League next season. Yeah, look, I get that, Test, I do. Welcome to Mo Ali and to Thomas Regula, latest members of the That's Football Members Club. Career mode is back tomorrow, Ibrahim, and if you want to watch our Pro Clubs, we were streaming for 2 hours today. It's on Twitch, the link's in the video description. It was a very interesting day. All I'm going to say is Archie is on fire. Your defence is terrified. Luke Davis says Twitch is crap. Twitch is a good place if you want to do gaming. It is, and it's got a good system there. Mark isn't Sevilla. I think you spelt it wrong. Sevilla. No, I've spelt it like you. Oh no, yeah. I didn't do the graphics. I did the video description. 1 to Goldbridge, 0 to Drawty. He did the graphics, which are absolutely fantastic, but he has spelt Sevilla wrong. There you go. Fabrizio Romano has not tweeted. He's not tweeted at all. He's tweeted about Chelsea. He's not tweeted about anything else. And yeah, nothing is going to happen tomorrow in relation to Pogba's contract. Just business and sponsor, but for sure United want to extend Pogba's contract. And soon we'll talk with Raiola about this. Let's see. And he's just retweeted about what we already know. So that is good news. I'm sitting down here, but yes, I can see me. La 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 la. Interestingly, I don't know what anybody thinks about this. So let me have a look. I've just seen this tweet. This is quite interesting. A couple of updates to give you, but Sevilla on the attack here. I don't want to miss what the actual game is. And it's been quite a good first 10 minutes of this game, actually. Both teams actually creating half chances and quite an open game, which was what you would expect from Sevilla. I remember United playing Sevilla over 2 legs under Mourinho and getting knocked out. And they play a very good brand of football. Anyway, there is somebody writes for Build who has said that it's a story back in 2017 where Michael Zorg inadvertently revealed he's in a relaxed round. Okay, I don't really know what that's about. That's a little bit boring, but this one's a little bit more interesting. This is, let me show you. Declan Rice is the priority as a new centre-back for Chelsea. Frank Lampard wants to bring him to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's first official bid is 50 million to West Ham. The Chelsea board wants Declan Rice, and that's from a journalist of Sky Sports who has 300,000 followers. So I think that would be a very interesting... And of course, Declan Rice and Mason Mount are very, very good friends. So there you go. Nice little ball there by Neves. Now here's Adama Traore. Playing up front with Jimenez. What a driving run this is by Traore. He'll make the box. He's going to make the box. He's going to get a penalty. Oh, what a run. And it might be a red. It's a yellow card. Well, whoa, what a run. What a run by Traore. What a run that is from his own half. He's like a steam chain. He's like a steam engine. Oh, tell you what. Nothing was catching him. My only debate is, should it be a red? As we go to live comments, are we thinking it's a red? Picks it up in his own half, turns and just runs. He's just so quick and powerful. And it's a penalty to Wolverhampton Wanderers here. And Diego Carlos goes in the book, but a penalty check on VAR. It's got to be a penalty because there's no reason for him to go down. His upper body strength reminds him... I mean, look, it reminds me of me, his muscles, but that was a fantastic run. Statistically, Adama Traore is the best right winger in the league. VAR check is done. I don't know why they don't ever show us the replays until after the penalty's already been given. But has to be a red, says a lot of mate. Look, all I can say to everybody is you tell me if it's a red. I don't even know. He got a yellow card. I think it might be double jeopardy rule. But here comes Jimenez. And he's missed it. He's bloody missed it. What a prat. What a prat. And if I was Adama Traore, I'd put him in a big headlock and rub his head. Because he's missed it. Crap penalty. Really crap penalty by Jimenez. And he just doesn't put it anywhere. It's an awful pen. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. There's no real direction on it. It's a really good height for the keeper. There's no power on it. Poor penalty that is. And it stays at 1-0. Was it a penalty? We didn't get to see a bloody replay of it, to be honest. But it remains 0-0. And Wolves should be 1-0 up. Have a sip of water. I'll tell you what, that's how hot it is tonight. Remains 0-0. And a shot there. And Patricio gets down low from a distant shot to the bottom right-hand corner. Palms it away. Very good game in the first 13 minutes, though. Neither of these teams have sat back, so to speak. They've... well, we expected it of Sevilla, to be honest with you. But they both had a bloody good go. And that's what we want to see. Kyle Palmer, Koulibaly, BTEC, Smalling, says Luke Shaw. Why is Hot Mike sinks to second ahead, says Scholesy? Don't know. It is sinking in, though. And terrible penalty, says Jordan Sinclair. And Scholes. Who does everyone want in the semi-final anyway? Because I totally missed that. Wolves or Sevilla in the semi-final? I actually want Wolves because I think we'll be more used to playing them. But I understand why people do want Sevilla. It was an awful penalty by Jimenez. I've got nothing more to say. Right, we're 200 subscribers away from 208,000 subscribers on the channel. So please subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we can hit that tonight, whilst we're watching. 208,000 subscribers. We're 200 away. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. And the Sevilla are in down the right-hand side here. Cut back. It's like playing FIFA. I've played 2 hours of pro clubs today, so I will be shouting at the players what to do. Because it's when you've spent 2 hours playing pro clubs and you're just controlling one player, you do start shouting a lot. Should have been a red, says R65087. And thoughts on Jimenez's penalty, says Phil Banks. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Poison Dwarf says, I want Sevilla because Adama Traore will eat Brandon Williams for dinner. Well, he's playing in a different formation today, isn't he? He's playing up front, so he's playing in the front too. Sevilla because Wolves will play defensive and border them, says Red Baron. Thanks for the super chat. And Daniel Luciano says, hello Daniel. He says, because we are without Shaw, I think I would prefer to play Sevilla. I feel like Traore would have Williams' number. Sevilla cold revenge served by Martial, says Spectre. I think Sevilla are more open at the back, but I think Sevilla are a good footballing team. I mean, look at how spread their back four is, Sevilla. They've basically got two very wide centre-backs. They've got total confidence, at Sevilla, in their in the way that they play. Career mode's back tomorrow, Jack Poole. Nice switching of the play there. What I wanted to do was just tell you something, which is always good when you're live. But I just wanted to tell you where Sevilla finished in La Liga. They came fourth, so they're not a bad side. Fourth in La Liga by 10 points. They were 10 points ahead of Villarreal in fifth. So Sevilla came in top four. They will be in the Champions League next year. They've got a very good record in the Europa League. They normally win it when they enter it. I think they won it 2 or 3 years in a row, didn't they? So yeah, they finished fourth. I didn't know where they finished, if I'm totally honest. I lost interest in La Liga long time ago. Interesting story here about Celtic, that Bolly flew to Spain, failed to quarantine, then played in a match, and Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland, has said that it was a flagrant breach of the guidelines, and Neil Lennon, the manager, has said that he's livid after the incredibly selfish player had gone rogue. So there you go. They've had to cancel a couple of games because of that, which is frustrating, I'm sure. But where's Johnny? Is he injured? Let's have a look here. I'll find out. Johnny's been ruled out of the rest of Wolves' Europa League campaign after suffering a knee injury against Olympiacos. The Spanish wing-back was withdrawn from the action in the first half. That's a nasty foul on Adama Traore there. What do you think of David Silva to Lazio, says Danny Stuland? I think that he can do a very good job in that league because it's slow. I think Juan Mata could go. Johnny's out for 9 months, says Tony Garner. Lovely ball into Jimenez again. Very good game to watch this. Very good game. Both teams, I mean, if you think about the game last night, I mean, I'm a United fan and it was crap. It really was. But obviously, you know, when it's your club, you're interested. Yotta's on the bench. Yeah, Yotta's on the bench. But Johnny's, who's been a good player for them, he's injured. Or Otto, you might know him as that. Or Rubber Johnny, which is what John Mulloy's called him. Bit immature, but there you go. They're taking Adama out. They have fouled him a couple of times, actually. And Cami says that Traore puts oil on his arms to defenders can't grab his in true fact. Yeah, I know. He's a weird footballer, Adama Traore. It shouldn't work. He shouldn't be that fast and that well built. But he's... I think he was... there was talk of him being an American football player at one point. I don't know. A few people are saying, what do you think about Højbjerg going to Spurs? I don't really know enough about him. And what does everyone else think? I don't know much about him. I mean, I do, but I wouldn't. I can't honestly. I've seen him play a few times, but I can't ever say that I've been like, wow, he's great. He's a player I'd like to see at Man United, which is normally why you take notice of a player. You know, if someone says to me Ricardo Pereira or Chilwell or Sionku or Ndidi, and I'm talking lots of Leicester players here, but you know what I mean, or Lamptey at Brighton. These are players that, yeah, we're not going to buy them, but you can go, yeah, they're good players. They are good players, but Højbjerg's not a player that I've ever gone, wow, I'd like to see him at United. So to me, and that's probably ignorance. I'd be interested to see what you lot think. Besides Man United, which Premier League club has the nicest kit in your opinion, says Dirk Coit? I don't know. I haven't really seen all the new ones. And I don't buy the kits anymore, you know. I don't, so it's not for me. I'm more likely to be more excited. I'm more likely to complement a nice tracksuit rather than a football top, to be honest. My score prediction for this game was 2-1 to Sevilla. But actually, on this first 20 minutes, I think Wolves have... Wolves should be 1-0 up. They've had a penalty. Decent cross in from Sevilla. Up he goes, heads it over the top. But I've enjoyed this first 20 minutes. It's gone very quickly. And it's not been very cagey. It's been quite an open game. What was my thoughts on United's game? Says HRV BTY on Hot Mic. I thought United's game was crap for 70 minutes and then it got going. Think Traore is what James should be, a danger man, says Daniel Luciano. I think Dan James and Adam. I mean, I think, yeah, there's a big difference. There's literally a big difference between Adama Traore and Dan James, isn't there? But yeah, Brighton's new kit is beautiful, says Man United lists. Look, I wanted Brighton to go down. I find Brighton a little bit boring, but I've got to be honest with you. Brighton really, really impressed me in their running. I can't remember any particular results, but they did do really well. Oh, Morpace won it at the end! They deserve to stay up. Mark, loving your Martial propaganda recently. I agree with you, he's worth 100 million. Not sure why so many people was crazy when you tweeted it. Martial FC, thanks for the super chat. People just, look, I get it. Look, I've got my opinion on Martial, and I'm totally and utterly happy with it. It's the same as the Sancho deal. I'm totally and utterly confident we'll sign him. If people want to disagree with that, that's their opinion. It's the beauty of life. And I can't really moan at a Spurs fan who doesn't agree with me about Martial when some United fans don't. So what's a rival fan going to know? Just checked, and Williams played against Adama twice in the FA Cup without Shaw starting. We gave no goals in those games, so Williams can do it, says Matt. Yeah. Look, he can. But I remember those games as well, and Adama Traore skinned him a few times and put crosses into the box. You know. I also think Brandon Williams was a different player in January. He was an unknown quantity. And I think what's happened now is, and nobody's spoken about this, Brandon Williams in January was an unknown quantity, and it doesn't work both. It works both ways. Lovely play by Sevilla down the right hand side. Cross comes in, back post, good defensive play, goes for a corner. Connor Cody. Doherty, sorry. I think there was an offside. But, yeah, you know, like if you get a new striker, like Michael Owen when he burst on the scene, nobody knew anything about him really, and, you know, he benefits from that. And then what happens is people start to figure him out. They'll drop 2 yards because they know he's quick. And I think it works defensively as well. You know, you can, in the modern game, you can analyse everybody. And I think when Brandon Williams came on the scene, nobody knew who he was and he was ultra impressive. And do you not think now, 5 months later, one of the reasons he isn't doing so well is because the opposition have figured him out a little bit and know what his weaknesses are? And this happens defensively. You know, it does happen defensively. A lot of teams won't go down Wan-Bissaka's side because they know you're not going to get a lot of joy running at Wan-Bissaka, so they won't bother doing that. They'll look at other ways. So yeah. Do you have Twitter notifications turned on for when Fabrizio Romano tweets, Benji? I do, but my phone might be on silent at the moment. But I've got a browser with it, so I just tend to check every few minutes. It's not like he's gonna tweet. Erling Haaland isn't even verified on Twitter. That's what Fabrizio is tweeting about. Reading a tweet on there. BBC Newsbeat. New sex advice includes avoid kissing, wearing a face covering, choosing positions that aren't face to face during sex. And then somebody's put a tweet out saying, jokes on the BBC, I've been avoiding all three together for years. Anyway, big up the virgins, I suppose. That is really poor penalty, says Alex. And what do we got? Thoughts on some Maximin rumours to Everton? Look, Everton have got money to spend, and I think Everton will spend money. So, Declan Rice for 50 million to Chelsea be a great signing. In fact, you just reminded me I should tweet that. I mean, look, you think about it. They'd get Ziyech, Werner, Havertz, and Rice. That would be... I mean, to be honest, I think it's too many. But, you know, no club's going to complain about getting too many good players. I'm sitting down here, buddy. Kai Havertz is playing left back next season, says Lingardino. And hey, Mark, what would you like to see from Man United in the Champions League, and how far will this current squad go? I've said it before. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I think Manchester United and Chelsea, because we do seem to have quite big parallels. I think Manchester United and Chelsea have got a minimum quarterfinals, and then quarterfinals you can pull out a big team, can't you? But if you get knocked out in the round before the quarterfinals, that's because you've messed up somewhere, because you've come second in your group and you've got to play a decent team. So, you know, United and Chelsea got to be quarterfinals for them. And then anything better than that's a bonus, because in the quarterfinals you could get, what a lovely run that is. And he kept it in as well. But Patricio has it. Yeah, you can go anywhere, can't you? So, yeah, that's it. Somebody just asked me to check something on Twitter. Sevilla are doing well in this game, though. What's that? What is that? What is that? I don't even... I've got no idea what that sidemen thing is all about. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. I've looked at it, though. Thanks for letting me know, but I don't know what it means. I thought they were going to offer us a game of pro clubs. That's what I thought sidemen were doing. We definitely want to play them at pro clubs, but I don't know what all that AFTV stuff is about. Sevilla dominating possession, says Denili, and it's been a really good first half an hour. It's been end to end. It's not been like so much space out there, and I think both teams will get tired in the second half, which means more and more opportunities. Of course, Wolves missing a penalty. It's hard to think how United would do in a game like this, but what I would say is that if United did okay, I think there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space to exploit Sevilla. But you'd have to get the ball off them first, because they're very good on the ball. Whereas I think if you play Wolves, it's going to be more of a cagey game. Theodore says, remember when Mark used to call Mini Minter Minimoto? Is it Mini Minter? Minimoto. Mini Minter. Oh, Sevilla player goes down injured, but they've played on. Cross comes in, headed away. That's the worst attempt to get a penalty I've ever seen. Jimenez. Play on. Ref's letting the game go a lot. I'm enjoying this. If somebody can put it into a couple of sentences and tell us what the Sidemen AFTV thing is all about, I will comment on it, but I don't know what it means. When is Villa career mode back, Arjen? Tomorrow. If you want to watch us playing pro clubs, we played for a couple of hours this afternoon. I've dropped the link in the video description. It's on Twitch. Well worth a watch. I'll tell you what, we've got a very good striker. And it's not me. I'm more of a Firmino. I look to create. Jimenez is better at penalties than Bruno. That was Raul's first missed penalty for his club. Second ever missed penalty in his career, says Julio Chavez. I mean, I've got to love the grind of that message. But as soon as you said it, I've got idiot alert going off in my head. I'm reading it out and I'm going, brr, 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 idiot. Like, Raul Jimenez is better at penalties than Bruno Fernandes. In the last 24 hours, they've both had a penalty in a high-pressure Europa League semi-final. Bruno's was unstoppable, and my gran would have saved Raul Jimenez's. But no, he's got a great record. Well, you know what? Pele scored 1,000 goals. Most of them were scored in his back garden. You know, the reality is you're judged on what you do in the high-pressure moments. Bruno Fernandes stepped up and you never had any doubt. Raul Jimenez's penalty is one of the worst penalties I've seen in a long time. Danny Stoolin says, thanks for the great streams, Mark. Well, thank everyone for tuning in. And Daniel says, AFTV copyright claimed one of Sidemen's videos, but the Sidemen video was original and the AFT video was a reaction. Well, I don't understand. So, I don't know. I'm lost. I'll have to look at this afterwards. They just seem to lurch from one drama to another. Not the sidemen, you know who. They seem to lurch from one massive drama to another. I mean, yeah. We just do our thing on the United stand. We don't have issues. What is the name of that Palace player? Says Vandy Candy. I can name you lots of Palace players. Wilfried Zaha? I don't know. Done 3 of the same super chats. Can you not see them? Says Daniel Luciano. I can see them, but sometimes they just whiz through. Bruno hasn't missed a penalty in 4 years either, says Nick P. And hello Mark, you are a good lad, says Jenks1102. Thank you. What I mean is a squad player like James should bring danger and pace when they come on. Don't think they're alike. Be nice if they were though, says Daniel Luciano about James and Traore. Well, so I think Sevilla are starting to get an upper hand in this game. That was a good comedy back in its day, the upper hand. But I think they are starting to get the upper hand. We miss cooking with Goldbridge, says Sheldon. I miss cooking with Goldbridge. I tell you who really misses cooking with Goldbridge. Mrs. Goldbridge, because that was one night a week she didn't have to cook. But I said that cooking with Goldbridge was a joy. I really enjoyed it. But it was very of its time. It was very of lockdown. When there's football and transfer windows open, I haven't got the time to do it as much as I would like to. Just watch how Cody organises the defence, shouts instructions at his men, a real captain. Not sure if Maguire has the same leadership qualities as Connell J. Yeah, and he's younger, isn't he, Cody, as well? Mark, have you seen the latest FIFA 21 trailers and content? What are your thoughts? Seems okay. Changes to career mode. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the changes to career mode. I'm not happy with the changes to pro clubs. I mean, realistically, they're shit. And I couldn't give a shit about the changes to Ultimate Team because I just don't really rate Ultimate Team. I just find it. I think Ultimate Team to me always leaves a bad taste in the mouth because it's, you know, if I buy a game of FIFA and I'm happy to spend 60, 70 quid on it if it's good, I know that I can play career mode for a year and enjoy it. It's a good shot, just wide. Patricio dives, but he got it covered. I know I can play it for a year for the price I played for it. If I play pro clubs with my mates or whatever, I know I can play that numerous times a week and I haven't got to pay anything extra for it. But if I want to play Ultimate Team, I've got to put my hand in my pocket, and I don't agree with that. Dem says they copy striked the Sidemen charity match video to take revenue and try and claim the video as their content. Were they in it? "37 minutes gone." See, no drinks break in this game either. So it's funny how some games have drinks breaks and they don't. Still 0-0 then. Sevilla doing a good job of rotating the ball. Ultimate Team can be troublesome. I poured way too much money into it. It was insane. Now I just use all my money into your channel, says Daniel Luciano. Well, some would say there's not a lot of difference, but thanks for the super chat. United bid for Koulibaly, says Vipers. I doubt it. I mean, I think you can take any transfer story around Manchester United with a tub of salt at the moment because, we can't even get Sancho done, so why would we be trying to spend money on anybody else? It just seems as though you and the Red Mentor guys are the only fan channels who don't have drama going on. If you do, it's resolved amicably, says Martial FC. Look, I want to put my hands up. We've had problems in the past, but I think you learn from those mistakes, don't you? And I put my hands up. I was party to that. I mean, me and I was when I started out, I was a little bit rude to True Geordie, and he could have said piss off, and he didn't. We sorted it out, and we get on well now. So you learn from those mistakes, and anyone can make a mistake, but we do try and avoid it because it doesn't serve anybody, does it? How many years do you think it will take United to win the Champions League, says Mashish? I don't know. DeLacy, sorry, was it you who said it? Justin, it's nothing to do with us. And nothing publicly was said by us, was it? So I don't know what you're trying to stir up there, but that was nothing to do with us. And people can go public and say what they like. It doesn't mean that it's true. Hey, Mark, do you think this story is true of Ollie saying to Woodward that if he doesn't get wish list players, he'd rather have no signings, says Angie S? Well, I hope it's true. I hope it's true. Why should he settle for second best? I'll tell you what, it's like bloody. All I ever get is, can you check this tweet? Can you check that tweet? What, the 500k giveaway? I don't really see anything exciting on there, to be honest with you. Good shot, straight at Patricio, holds on to it. Sevilla, to me, are starting to get a feel into this game. So much space out there, though. But Wolves just can't get hold of the ball now. Apart from that penalty, really, they haven't done enough. Stretch marks, says Hamza. You're right. You're right. Pyjama bottoms they are. They're not shorts. I would never walk out wearing something like that. When Thane Miasi says the Arteta revolution is on due to the FA Cup, does he mean Arsenal will be the new Barcelona, says Richard? I don't know. I don't know where he is tonight. Would you rather get Ndidi or Tonali, says Rohan? Well, we won't get either. So in the hypothetical world, I would rather get... I think I'd like Tonali, I would. Yeah. What, Ronak, can you just tell us what the Dortmund tweet is instead of going Dortmund tweet? I've looked at it. There's nothing there that looks interesting to me. So instead of saying Dortmund tweet, can you just please tell us what it is that you want me to discuss, and then maybe we can discuss it? Because it just wastes everybody else's time. It seems every Sancho alternative is a huge drop in quality, it says Yahya. Yeah, definitely. I think that's the problem. Corner to Sevilla here, 2 minutes to go. The thing I don't understand is, where did the Champions League money go? Also, do you think Dortmund told the players what to say in the interview about Sancho, says Extra Z? What Champions League money? We've not been in the Champions League. What Champions League money? It's not a skirt, fantastic copite. Bloody skirt. Nuno is a B-Tech Mourinho, says Farjad. I mean, all we're really seeing from Wolves is the typical counter-attacking football that they always play. And Ewan Hacking has just said that. I see a counter-attacking style from Wolves. It doesn't faze me, but Sevilla would outpass us. Yeah, I think Sevilla would be a harder game, but we'd have to be brave to beat them. I will get a Pro Evo. I will get... I won't get Pro Evo. I will get a PS5, Charlie McGovern. Yeah. When will you get PS5? Well, I thought I'd get it tomorrow, Charlie, because being as it's not out till November, I thought I'd pop down the shops and buy it tomorrow. Probably get it when it comes out. Or Christmas, but then again, I'm not a kid anymore. Sancho needs to do what Havertz is doing and put pressure on his club. Otherwise, we have to move on. Ollie needs a good squad to play good football, says Haggendal. I think he will force the move. Yeah. I don't think people are looking at it in the right way. So we're nearly at half time, but we're going to be at half time now. Sinan says Sancho won't force a move. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Jadon Sancho's actually in here. He says I'm not going to force a move. Nothing less than Sancho is a downgrade on United, says Farjad. And that's it, half time. And to be honest with you, I think it's probably the good of the game that Wolves missed the penalty, because the way they've played since they missed the penalty has been quite disappointing, really. And I think that I don't want to do that. I think the way that they've played has been quite disappointing, and I think that they are they're not deserving of their position at the moment, and I'd like to see. I mean, I remember, it's a long time since we played Sevilla under Mourinho, but I remember them being a good footballing side, but they struggled a little bit to score goals. And today they've looked a little bit toothless up front whilst having a lot of the ball. I think Manchester United will win on Sunday night. I know last night probably didn't give many people a lot of confidence, but I think Manchester United will win on Sunday night, whoever they play. All Dortmund players said they're happy Sancho is staying, but nothing from Sancho himself. They were definitely briefed to do so, says Andrew. And Sancho at Depay on his story looks like he's helping find their replacement, says Ben. Dylan says he thinks he loves me. Well, you're only human. And is Jota playing? He's really great, says Julio Chavez. He's on the bench. He could come on in the second half. Just Presh says, what's your thoughts on Willian? Has he agreed to go to Arsenal? Because I may well have missed that. But I think he's a good signing for Arsenal. I mean, look, after lockdown, I know he was playing for a new contract somewhere, but after lockdown, he was absolutely fantastic for 3 or 4 weeks. And, you know, at Arsenal, being inconsistent is fine. So there you go. The game... Ethan Derrick says the game will get interesting second half, should get some goals as it opens up. And can I get your PS4, says Tala? No. And if my agent gets the deal done, then I might come back home, says Jadon Sancho. Wolves are such an anti-footballing side, says Verbath. And it will be quite a boring game if Manchester United end up playing Wolves. But I think we've got a better chance against Wolves because it's a known quantity. And let's not forget, we haven't really played Wolves with our best team. Every time we've played Wolves in the last 2 years, we haven't had Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, Bruno and Pogba all together on the pitch with Matic. So, yeah. Have you been watching any of the snooker? Says Brian, I've got it on now. I tell you what, I'm a big fan of snooker. And I'm devastated, like I am with the football, that there's no fans in the ground at the Crucible. But this has probably been the best snooker tournament I've watched in a long time. Kyron Wilson knocked Judd Trump out today, and I can't stand Judd Trump, even though he's a United fan. Well, I say I can't stand him. Just as a snooker player, I prefer Kyron Wilson. Robertson got knocked out by Selby. I like Selby and Robertson, so they're into the semis. And Ronnie is 12-10 down to Mark Williams, and I like both of those as well because they've been around for years. But I'm probably boring people talking about the snooker now. United were anti-football for half of the season, says Blue. Yeah, they were, and we hated it. And PSG versus Atalanta watch along, says Renata. I don't know. That's all I can say is I don't know. I'm definitely going to do Bayern Munich against Barcelona on Friday night. And I don't know whether I'm doing the next 2 nights on the Champions League. I haven't decided yet. But FIFA for career mode will be back on this channel tomorrow against Wolves. So, sorry, Aston Villa. So, yeah. Ronnie's just been put into a bitch of a snooker there. Anyway, favourite snooker player, says Lewis, was always Stephen Hendry. I like Ronnie. And I've always liked Mark Selby. I like Neil Robertson, even though he's a Chelsea fan. We've had a chat before, so he's a nice bloke as well. I like Kyron Wilson. I like Mark Williams. So that's why this year's very good, because all my favourite players are still in it. What are your thoughts? United don't really need Sancho. You should focus on squad depth. My brain is hurting here. We don't need Jadon Sancho. We should focus on squad depth. Is Jadon Sancho not going to give us squad depth because he goes straight into the first team and one of our current first team players goes to the bench? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment doesn't have any players that he can trust off the bench. So hence that's why bringing in... We need more than Sancho, but we definitely need Sancho. You expecting Inter in the final, says Just Presh. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the other semi-final is. Shakhtar the next 2-0 up against FC Basel. Shakhtar the next team has got basically a team of people I don't really know who they are. So yeah, I think it'll be. I think it will be an Inter Man United final. I felt that for a long time, and I'd be very excited about that of course. But we've got to get through this next game first. Hi Mark, what's your opinion on that? Diego Carlos could be the replacement for Lindelof. He's pretty fast as it's Carlos. Well, he's not very good at tackling people when they're through, is he? And Jadon Sancho is top class. We should be signing those types of players, says Ted Lawyer. Exactly. I think, look, squad depth comes from buying players better than what you've got, and then everyone's got to fight it out for a place, and you end up with a bit of better bench. I don't think you buy squad players. Oh, he's quite good, so he can go on the bench. You don't buy a player who's going to go on your bench. You buy a player to go in your first team, and then you end up having to put a decent player on your bench. And very good comment here from Aston. He says, how do you do squad depth when your first team isn't complete anyway? Farhan says, would you prefer Wolves or Sevilla in the semis, and who else should we get instead of Sancho? And will we be enough, especially with 60-odd games? I still think United are 3 or 4 players away from being a title contender, so I don't expect Manchester United to be in a title race next season anyway. I think it's a season too soon. Ever going to do another going for Goldbridge, says Kit. I'd love to do another going for Goldbridge. It's always about time. It's just so bloody busy at the moment. It's been busy since the football came back. I love doing going for Goldbridge, and I love cooking with Goldbridge, but it's just all about time, mate. It's all about bloody time. Right, let's have a look how many subscribers have we got. Have we hit 208,000? We're 70 subscribers away from 280,000, so please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can get to 208,000 tonight. Bottom right hand corner to do it. Oh dear. I'm just looking now. We've done some cracking watch-alongs on this channel. England, Colombia. Remember that. What a night. What a night. Thoughts on Jimenez coming on for Martial on Sunday? Abdul, I don't know what you're on about, mate. It's worrying. Get some help. Only Ogden remember England versus Colombia. God, I've just picked out two. Oh, Ronnie's winning 12-10. Sorry, yes, he is. I thought he was losing. I thought he was going out. Yeah, he's absolutely blasted through Mark Williams here. If we don't get Sancho, get Grealish for 70 and Sarr or Zaha for 40. This is Marketing James. And Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund agree the fee. No, they don't. Bye-bye. And never come back. What I meant is refreshing... oh, here we go. He's coming. Let him have a chance. The only mister says, what I meant is refreshing the bench with energetic players that can act as super subs and play Greenwood as a first-team player. Get high-pressing players from teams like Leipzig and Hoffenheim. I still think it's a poor... No, you've still blown my brain. So basically what you are confirming is what a lot of people said is not the thing to do, is buy players to go on the bench. That's not... No, you don't do that. You don't buy players to go on your bench when your first team's not good enough. That's not how you build a team that's going to win the title. You buy players that are first team quality, and then you let those first team qualities fight it out with themselves, and some of them have to be on the bench. But you don't buy bench players unless you're Everton. That's what you don't do that. You've got to build quality. That's how it works. Let's have a look if there's anything to update you on. Not really. Okay, let's come back. Come back to what you know. Do you ever watch any GAA, Graham? No. The only thing I really watch at the moment is football. I'll watch the snooker, of course, and I watch a bit of ice hockey on an evening and a bit of basketball. Say we don't get Sancho, who would you go for, says Farhan? No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Everybody knows I won't do this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing any alternative for Jadon Sancho because Manchester United would be idiots to let that happen. What do you think about Chong playing as a left back? No, Suba. I'll tell you what, can I just say, I think some of the opinions are really dropping. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the Tuesday blues or something, but there's something going wrong tonight with some of these comments. I'm not talking about Jadon Sancho alternatives because that's defeatist. And as for Tahith Chong as a left back, I don't believe it. He came on against a bunch of farmers and did okay for 20 minutes, and suddenly he's a left back. I don't use the Football Index anymore, Lee Barry. I did have an account and it got bloody shut down, and I don't even know why. And I got a refund, but I was doing quite well, so I don't even know what went wrong there. I'm predicting PSG to win the Champions League. Neymar is an elite player. The kind of form he's in might surprise everyone, picking Bayern or City as favourites, says Sarita. Well, Bayern and City are my favourites to do it, but I think when you look at the teams that are going to be in the quarterfinals, probably PSG if they beat Atalanta, but you never know. Atalanta have had a good season. Then you've got Atletico Madrid, Leipzig. You'd expect it to be Atletico Madrid because Leipzig haven't got Timo Werner. And then you've got Bayern Munich and Man City if they beat Lyon and Barcelona. So the final four, the semi-finals are going to be really interesting as well. It's a real battle to win that tournament, which is exactly what it should be. It should always... that's what the Champions League should always be. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Alphonso Davies was a winger, but left back is world class, so maybe Chung can do well too. I don't know why my eyes are being attracted to these comments. I mean, Tahith Chong looks like he'd get knocked over by the wind. Like, he is not a left back. Imagine what Adama Traore would do to him. Imagine what Marcus Albrighton would do to him. They'd bully him. He's got no upper body strength, which is why he needs to go on loan and muscle out, and not as a left back. So, not at all. I do wonder if some people actually watch football or just get run away from 20 minutes against the pub team. Sancho, Van der Beek and someone like Juan Foyth for depth at centre-backs, but 2 quality players to be first team and help at the back and see if he grows. Yeah, I'd like to do that, Christian Withers. That would be my dream transfer window. But look at what Chelsea are looking like they're doing. They've already got Ziyech. They've already got Werner. They're going to get Havertz, and now they're looking at Declan Rice. That is unbelievable transfer business. Are any of them bench players? Are they bench players? Because to me they're not. It's crazy, really, and that's the sort of business that they're looking to do. What's your opinion on Firmino? Says Rodno. Well. Check out Pro Clubs on Twitch today, because I can't knock Firmino when that's the sort of player I am in our Pro Clubs team. So check it out. Twitch, our Pro Clubs team. 2 hours of playing this afternoon if you didn't get to see it. If you like your bit of FIFA, I play like Fabinho, that's all I can say. In fact, give us a follow on Twitch. We're nearly at 2,000. There's a link in the video description, and we will be streaming off Twitch tomorrow lunchtime again as well. So give that a watch, because that's where we're going to be doing our Pro Clubs. And you know what? We're closing in on Division 3. We haven't lost in ages as well. So we are going to be doing friendlies. We're even going to get in our own league eventually. So Pro Clubs is the way forward. What position do you think should be the biggest priority after Sancho? Personally, I would say a CDM, says God Henke. I wouldn't disagree with you. Triggered Salt says, I'm a new subscriber. I'm a long subscriber of the United Stand. Love all your content. How do you cope with all the face palm questions from your super chats? Oh, I love it, really, Triggered Salt. Everyone's got an opinion, but obviously sometimes I will be honest about my thoughts on them. Let's say Fred and Matic compete for CDM. What now for McTominay? He looks awful, and I don't see him improving. Is he a CDM? He's already 23, says Pumpkin Spice Latte. Yeah, and he's also been given a 5-year contract. So, I think it's going to be quite interesting. I think the game must be back on now. I've got the snooker on, and no, it's not back yet. What was the tweet from the United Stand about a £70 million bid for Koulibaly, says Oscar. And Man United Stand tweet, any truth, says Dom. Mate, I'm glad people are telling me about this, because I don't do United Stand Twitter. I've said this for a long time. I don't do it, so I don't know everything that goes out. So, breaking story, Manchester United have reportedly offered €70 million for Koulibaly. Well, I'll retweet it so everyone knows about it. I don't know what the story is. You'll have to click the article and read it. So, let's have a look. Manchester United offer £70 million for Koulibaly. Sounds good. Manchester United have looked to take advantage of Napoli's financial situation and have offered £70 million for Koulibaly, according to reports from Gazzetta in Italy. United have been linked to the Senegal international for 7 years now. However, with Napoli now needing to raise funds as they look to recover from the financial implications, United have reportedly tabled an offer with the Naples club, which the Naples club simply can't afford to turn down. Honest answer, don't bet on it. Don't bet on it. I mean, Rude says pumping out bullshit like the rest. It's nothing to do with that, mate. It's a sourced article. Nobody's saying... No, it tells you where the source is. I've got no problem with that being on our website. Mark, regarding Wan-Bissaka, he looks absolutely shocking on the ball. It's a joke. He looks like a headless chicken, says Daryl Bingham. And Farhan says, I don't understand how United negotiate, but most times still pay the price teams want. Probably won't be able to get a packet of crisp chips cheaper. The players coming out for the second half here. I think Wolves need to improve a lot in the second half. I think first half they had a couple of breaks away. They didn't take advantage, and Sevilla have been very good on the ball. So Wolves need to improve second half. I mean, look, it's an interesting position for Manchester United, because I think that I would from a footballing sense, I think playing Sevilla is the better game, but it will be interesting to see how it goes. Because Sevilla just don't seem to be making many opportunities. So Wolves just passing it about a bit here. I'm just checking something for you as well. Cross comes in, goes for a corner to Sevilla. Ricky on Twitter has said that Sevilla are miles better than Wolves tonight. Miles better. I fancy Wolves may nick it though. They're restricting them to long shots. One good breakaway needed. And I think that is the definite plan of Sevilla, of Wolves tonight. Who do I want to win, Idris? Well, who do you want to win? Who do you want to win? I think I want Wolves to win, but I think it'll be a boring game. Corner. Has anyone played Fall Guys, by the way? Just very quickly, can I just ask? I downloaded it today, and I've had a couple of games of it, and the best I've got to is round 3. But it's annoyingly addictive. And it's free on PS4 at the moment to download. I think it's only 15 quid anyway. But I don't even know why I did it. And now I'm like, I just want to play it. I don't get that Aaron Wan-Bissaka hate at all, says Matt. Yes, he has played, dropped a bit, but you can't expect 9 out of 10 performances every game, especially with how long the season has been. He's young and he's improving. I'm a big fan of Wan-Bissaka. I do like him. No context, Mark G says that Fall Guys is annoying. Jake says, I wish it was on Xbox. It's good fun. Matthew's been watching some of it on Twitch. Maybe I should do some of it on Twitch. Very addictive, says John Jordan. Well, I could do it on Twitch because we've now got a gaming channel on Twitch, so why not do it on Twitch? That's not a bad idea. I don't think everyone understands how much work goes into transfers like Sancho, says Jurgen. We need to appreciate that we managed to get this point in the negotiations and I hope that we get it over the line. Sancho update, Mark. What kind of game is Fall Guys? Nesta says he won on his first night playing. How many different levels are they? You know what I'm rubbish at, very quickly? I'm rubbish at the one where with the tail. Or any one where you've got to grab them. My man, or whatever it is rubbish at grabbing. Stream it on Twitch, says Marlon. I tell you what, if we get 2,000 followers on the Twitch channel tonight, I will do a stream of Fall Guys tomorrow night. for you. The link in the video description is for Twitch. So if you give us a follow and we hit 2,000 before full time, I'll stream some Fall Guys for you. The 5th level is the final mark. Yeah, well, the tall one, MSK117, the tall, basically Fall Guys, there's about 60 of you competing, and it's all like obstacle course, and the top 30 go through to the next round, and then you do it again on a different thing. But one of them is this, like, it's a bit like a mix between Wipeout, The Floor is Lava, and all that sort of stuff. But a race. It's good fun, but it's chaotic. But I've only started playing today. If you want to join on Twitch and follow our account on Twitch, the link's in the video description. If we get 2,000, I'll do it. I don't really want to do it. They've got a football level 2 as well, says Nesta. I've never played Fortnite. Revenge against Sevilla after Champions League, says Rudy. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I mean, the second half has started off like the first, really, with Wolves having none of the ball, Sevilla having all the ball, and Wolves looking to hit them on the break. Fall Guys, Ewan. I don't know whether I've played the memory one because I don't actually know how many levels there are or how many courses there are. Thanks, Matt. Which of the two will be an easy opponent, Wolves or Sevilla, says Red Army. I think Wolves will be... I'd be more confident that we'll beat Wolves because I think we've got more quality and we're more used to them. But I think Sevilla will be the better football game. I think United will win both. Whoever we play, I think United will win both. Not at the same time. We can't beat 22 players, but I think whoever we get, we will win. There's 25 levels, says the Pug Lord. Well, yeah, you can get good at it then. Fall Guys is fun. You should try Human Fall Flat. Triggered Salt. Mark, can you introduce Super Chats in Kenya? It's not for me. Well, the good thing about having the Twitch gaming channel now is that it's there if I ever want to do games. I think some gaming things just don't work on YouTube. Anyway, talking about games, on with the game. It's a throw-in for Wolves here. It's a long throw-in. It's flicked on. Jimenez jumps and he heads it over the bar. But they won 3 headers in a row there. Well done. Do you remember Alex the Kid? It says, here we go, United. Yes, I do. It was on the Mega Drive, wasn't it? I tell you what I do remember, and nobody will remember it. Thanks for telling me to stretch, Tan Mate. I've got a very sweaty arse, and these are not. This is not a skirt. It's Paperboy. Who remembers that? You've got to be really old for that. Paperboy. Basically, you're on a bike and you had to throw your paper at the house. What a load of crap. But then when you were riding along your bike, a dog would come running out, or there'd be a car. It could get quite traumatic. Seeing a little paperboy getting run over by a car. Voy XU says, do pro clubs. We did 2 hours of pro clubs today. If you want to watch it, it's on our Twitch channel, and we'll be back on there tomorrow afternoon as well at about 1:30. That's where pro clubs lives now. Paperboy on the Game Boy. I think I used to play it on a computer. Christian still got Paperboy. I think they probably released it on the Mega Drive at some point, to be honest. Yeah. And it was very hard as well. Sevilla, cross coming in. Oh, lovely turn. The old Circle X. And Sevilla wants a handball there, but I don't think he's that convicted about it. Locke says, Mark, what's your thoughts on the definition of a system defender. I've got no idea what a system defender was or is. John Evang said he had it for the Spectrum. Yeah. Amstrad, says Drew Graham. Some of you are around my age. I like this question from Jay Leach. He says, if you could have played for United, what era would you have played in? Well, for me, the best season I've ever had as a fan was the 99 season. Not only because we won the treble, but it was a big... The thing is, football, it's a bit like that film Fever Pitch, which is about Arsenal. It was a book, it got turned into a film. And it's the story of the year that Arsenal won the league, but it's also the story of I think he meets a woman. So life mirrors success on the pitch. And for me, 99 was the best year Manchester United have ever had in my lifetime. And the football was amazing as well, because you can win trophies and not be that, not that good. Wolves are in down the left-hand side here. Good bit of skill. Looking for something. Edge of the box. Moutinho. Neves. Poor shot. Sevilla come away with it. So yeah, we were fantastic. We played great football. We won a treble, which is an amazing thing that not many Man United fans will actually see, to be fair, but certainly hardly any football fans will ever see. But also, the great thing about 99 for me was that was the year that I moved to Ireland as well. And moving to Ireland was, I was in my late teens, changed my life. I was living, I grew up in a small little town outside in the outskirts of Nottinghamshire, very close to Leicestershire, and my life was quite in a bubble. And then I moved to Ireland, and my life, you live in a capital city, an Englishman in Ireland, it was all very new, very exciting, and that was the year that United won the treble as well. So I always look back on that as the complete season for me. So that would be the team I'd want to play in. Where I would play, who are you going to drop? Cole or York, Beckham or Keane or Scholes or Giggs, Irwin or Gary Neville, Johnson, Stam or Schmeichel. I don't know where I would play. Nick P. Mark, do you remember the first Batman game when you drove the Batmobile? You had to hook yourself around a lamppost to change street. Loved it, says Nick P. I think I remember playing that on the Amiga, and I think anybody who loves computer games now, some of the games that they used to have on the Amiga were bloody ridiculously hard. I remember a Simpsons game that was really hard as well. Monkey Island. What else was there? Batman, I remember that. RoboCop. These games, and they were just ridiculously hard. Ridiculously hard. Yeah, if you want me to play a bit of Fall Guys, you've got to follow me on Twitch. Links in the video description, and I will play a bit of it tomorrow. I'm not going to twerk. We'd need 10,000 on Twitch for me to twerk tonight. There you go. That's not going to happen. And Mark, have you seen how the media portrayed Callum Hudson-Odoi as a villain after he played a Sunday League match to raise awareness and anti-knife crime? Just pure racism. What are your thoughts, says TJ? I don't know anything about it, TJ, so... But it doesn't sound very good, again, does it? Unfortunately. And when will we learn? Ewan says, played some football today and have been bitten 100 times by bugs. Also, what's this about a Koulibaly bid? Watch every minute of your stuff to keep up to date, Ewan. It's on the United Stand website. I've given it a retweet. It looks like it's a story coming from Italy, so I wouldn't put any weight on it at all. We're continually linked with Koulibaly, and I don't think we're in for him. Bang! Goal kick. Well, it's a shame, really, because we've had an hour in this game. It started off quite well, and it's receded into a game where you can't see where a goal is going to come from now. I'm hot. Captain a World Cup winning side or a club treble, says Matt. Well, my instant reaction without thinking is to captain the treble winning side, to be honest with you. You know, would you rather be Bobby Moore or would you rather be Roy Keane? And I'm not on about ability. Of course, Roy Keane didn't really captain the team in the final. Although technically he did. You're on 2K on Twitch, says SCW Waddy. I'll check in a minute. I'm so hot. What do you think of Pau Torres, says Benji Barker? I don't think Manchester United are in for him. I saw the story today. I don't actually think we're in for him at all. Not at that price. I mean, if you're going to pay 50 million for Pau Torres, you'd probably pay 60 million for Koulibaly. David Mazzarala says, Rashford, I know he's our best scoring season, but he looks scared to beat a man. He reminds me of a fullback under the Van Gaal days. I just think he's going through a bad bit of form at the moment. I think I want Sevilla and play our game all out, says Daniel Luciano. I think we could really hurt Sevilla on the break. Not on the break, actually, because that's what Wolves are trying to do. But I think we could hurt Sevilla with the players that we've got. There's a lot of space if you play the game against Sevilla. I mean, Wolves have basically just parked the bus, haven't they? Ronnie won, says David Lee. So Ronnie against Selby in one semi-final. I don't even care who wins that. I'll just look forward to watching it. I like both players. And I hope Kyron Wilson wins the other one. I'd love to see Wilson against Selby or Sullivan. Lovely little run. And a good save by Patricio, although he couldn't really get hold of it. The striker for Sevilla. Centurions 100 points. Do you get paid from Twitch? We haven't turned monetization on for that at all, to be honest. What do you think of Højbjerg joining Spurs, says Oscar? We spoke about it in the first half, mate. He's not a player I've ever really noticed, so I'd be more interested by what you people think about it, because it's not a player. It's not something I've noticed. Jay David says, I swear Mark's got an agenda against Rashford. I mean, how would you pick that up from what was just said there? Somebody just said Rashford looks like he's got no confidence at the moment, and I said I just think he's out of form at the moment. How is that an agenda? Like, I think sometimes people just want to see the world burn, because Marcus Rashford, over the last 3 years, many people ask me who's my favourite player at United, and I always say Rashford and Martial until we bought Bruno, and then it was Martial and Bruno, and Rashford would probably be third. So I just don't get why people always have to say that people have got an agenda. Oh, you hate them, you've got an agenda. It couldn't be further from the truth. I will be honest, though. I think Rashford's playing very badly at the moment. Links in the video description. Soldier plays for the Twitch channel. I'm getting increasingly hot. Fight 100 duck-sized horses or 100 horse-sized ducks, says Ewan. Well, I'm going to fight the 100 duck-sized horses, aren't I? Because they're smaller. Oh, I've got an agenda against Harry Maguire now. No, I haven't. I actually quite like Harry Maguire. I just don't think he should be captain. Next, Luke Shaw. Have I got an agenda against him or Bruno? Is that who it is next? Just remember, it'll be 3-5-2 if we play Wolves, says Ewan Lucky. I think it's been a shocking approach to the game by Wolves, though. Corner. Why is everyone talking about Diego Carlos? Like, I don't. There's a lot of you mentioning Diego Carlos to Manchester United. I've never heard of any links of us being in for Diego Carlos at all. So That was a decent corner, that was, headed away by Wolves. You know, it's getting to the point where I hope Sevilla score because... Oh, he's headed it over the bar. Good chance. I hope Sevilla score because I think Wolves' approach to this game has been shocking. For a Europa League quarter-final to play like this, it's an embarrassment to the English game. And I know Man United have done it before, but it's... I mean, Jimenez is a CDM right now, says Jordan Sinclair. Exactly. It's a shocking approach to a football match. And what they're going to do is try and hit them on the break. It's poor. The thing is, I've said this about Wolves before. Some Wolves fans don't actually like me because when they used to beat us, like last season, I'd say, look, you know, they may as well be sat behind the stands, sat behind the goal. Their defensive line is so deep. It's a horrible approach to playing football. And yeah, I think I'm sort of agreeing with those people now. You know, I mean, I'd like to play Wolves because we're used to playing Wolves, but the quality of the semi-final will be terrible. I mean, I really do hope Sevilla win now. Rashford made Varela look like prime Cafu, says David Mazzarella. Yeah, I want Sevilla to win. I'm Team Sevilla now. Because Wolves have been... it'd just be a boring semi-final if we get them. In fact, if we get Wolves, it will be just like this. We'll have all the ball. They'll defend deep. I just don't know whether we'll be able to move the ball around as well as Sevilla have. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We've got over 6,000 watching. You're very welcome. Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. Everybody's welcome on here. And our next watch along for definite will be Bayern Munich against Barcelona on Friday night. I may well be doing the other two, Wednesday and Thursday night. I'm not 100% sure yet. We're only 5 subscribers away from 208,000, so please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And FIFA career mode with the Aston Villa career mode will be back tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, I think. So join us for that. Mourinho and Wolves would be a match made in boring heaven, says Matthew Walsh. And what about this one? Be a club legend for Man United rival or a mediocre player for Man United with a couple of trophies? Definitely the Man United option. You know, I think to be an okay player for United and win, you know, be a Darren Fletcher, be a John O'Shea, you know, and win trophies, or be a Steven Gerrard. Well, he didn't win many trophies for Liverpool, did he? Or be a Frank Lampard for Chelsea or a John O'Shea for Man United. I'd take the Man United because that's the dream, isn't it? To play for your club that you love. This is why I didn't think Wolves would get top 4, because I don't think they play the right brand of football to go and win games week in, week out. I think Wolves, although they can win a lot of games, they're just as capable of drawing a game with the team in the bottom half. I really want United to get the goalkeeper Johnson from last night to take my money, Mark. I love you. The dad I never had, says Ewan. Ah. Young Freddie says be Gerrard for Liverpool or Carrick. Yeah, but Carrick wasn't mediocre. Carrick was just underrated. Carrick was a fantastic player. I'd be Michael Carrick over Gerrard every day of the week because I'd get to win titles in the Champions League with Man United. Come on, Sevilla. Score a goal. I tell you what. Wolves are sitting so deep here. Kylie's tickling their toes in Australia. I think we might be definitely seeing another extra time game here. Which is a pain in the arse because it's very hot. In fact, whilst this injury is going on, I'm going to do a big stretch. So I'm getting out of my chair. Because I've got a sweaty arse. My chair's leather. So it's not a good thing. I just need a bit of a walk around for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Hi, Mark. Prime Suarez, Prime Lewandowski, Prime Van Persie or Prime Henry? Who would you go for in a current Man United if Martial wasn't available? I think Henry's the best of them lot. And I'd probably go Van Persie next just out of club loyalty. But, you know, I can't stand Suarez, so I'd never take him. I'd put him last. Substitution here. Moutinho's coming off and Neto is coming on for Wolves. I'll be back on screen in a minute, don't worry. I'm just stretching out my back. Oh, that's good. That's top class. There we go. I'm stretching. I'm stretching. You filth. You filth. Back. We don't have... Flossie says put the air conditioning on. For 3 days a year in the UK, it'd be great to have air conditioning. For the other 300 odd, it would be a total waste of money. You don't need air conditioning when you live in the UK. For about 2 days a year, you do. Anyway, let's have a little Q&A here. We were playing some pro clubs today. The link's in the video description for Twitch. We were live for 2 hours. You can watch it back. Very worth watching. Some really good games we played. But we're going to be in Division 1, I think, by the end of the week. We're in Division 3 at the moment. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. But who are good pro clubs teams that we can play? Like, because we're going to need to play some good teams. Sevilla on the attack. Benega, that was surely a foul. Ref said no. I tell you what, if you've got back pain and you stretch it right, you'll say it's world class as well. You catch it right, it's a really good stretch. People are asking me to do the watch along for Atlanta vs PSG. I'll decide tomorrow. Pavan says in 1976 it was very hot. Sidemen apparently aren't very good at pro clubs. I do want to play them. Get in their mentions. I want to play them. Be a good game. We'll stream it. And we won't copyright it like other people. People talking about why Erling Haaland's not verified on Twitter. I'm not verified on Twitter. I've got nearly 200,000 followers. I mean, I'm not about myself, but it would be nice to be a blue tick wanker. What's favourite moment of watching United live at Old Trafford, says Jay Leach Photography. Ooh, you know what? My favourite one is, it's got to be the first time I went, which was 1989 FA Cup quarter-final. I think the first time you go there is always the best. And also, Old Trafford was very, very different in them days to what it is now. You know, the stadium. But when you're a young kid, whenever I used to go to football grounds, and unfortunately I went to quite a few when I was very young, it's just more intimidating and it's more exciting. And yeah, look, the football in the 80s, the terraces were very different to now. I remember being at Highbury and we were in the away end and they were chucking cups of tea down from the higher terrace. It was not, you know, it was an exciting but scary place, and I think that's always the best excitement. Who would win in a WWE match, Ricky or Claude? Imagine. Are they just talking? Or just talking? No physical stuff, just talking. I don't want the physical stuff. I think we're heading for extra time here. 15 minutes to go. I mean, Wolves have done sod all to win this game, have they? What's happening with the Aston Villa career mode? If you watch the show, you would know for the 5th time. It's back tomorrow. And if you want to watch pro clubs in the future, it will be on Twitch. Link in the video description. Lovely ball there. Benega, terrible shot. Oh, it's a foul on the edge of the box. 3-0 to Shakhtar Donetsk in the other game. I think Inter will win that. Which Man United game do you wish you'd done a watch-along for, says Fahad. Well, everyone would say Bayern Munich, wouldn't they? And I'm sure it would be a brilliant bit of streaming, but I wouldn't swap what I did that night to do a watch-along. So I'd probably do the 2008 Champions League final, because, you know, that's one of the... It was a great game to watch, but where I was in my life at the time, I think I ended up watching that final on my own. Yeah, I think I watched that final on my own, the 2008 Champions League, which is really sad, but it was just about life circumstances at the time. So I'd do that one as a watch along, but I wouldn't swap some of the other ones, because most of them have either been at games or I've been watching it with loads of people and had a great time. FIFA foul that was on Banega. The shot had gone and he went back to give it. You don't normally do those. It's a good opportunity for a free kick, this. I hope it goes in. I don't think this game shouldn't be going to extra time, really. And Patricio tips it over the bar. Just the trouble is, I just don't know whether Sevilla can break Wolves down. Sevilla corner, cross comes in, headed away. Very hard. They're a very hard team to break down, Wolves. Anyway. Ben Lennon says, I think Mark could beat the shit out of Adama Traore. When you know, you know. And play Nepanth Z Pro Clubs. And what's your favourite watch along you've done? Says Man United Lists. Europa League final was good. I enjoyed that. England Colombia on this channel was great as well. Emotional. So they're two that jumped to the mind straight away. I think the Europa League final, yeah, because it mattered. It meant so much, and it's the biggest trophy we've won since winning the title. So Europa League final on the United Stand, and England Colombia on this channel. Easy. I'm surprised I answered those so quick, but maybe slim pickings. Adama Traore is coming off for Jota. And you need to join a Pro Clubs League. I messaged the FC United Stand account on my handle, XJSudsy44. There's a lot to explain. It's not a troll, says Joshua Suds. Okay, I'll have a look at that, Joshua. The trouble is, if we join a league, can we stream it? Nice ball over the top. Good header away. It will go for a corner. 10 minutes to go. Why take Traore off, says Danny. It's an interesting one. He's a match winner, isn't he? And he can't take a penalty now, and he can't win them the game in extra time. This is going to go to penalties, says Dylan Hanafi. I think you're right. What time are you going to stream on the United Stand tomorrow? Well, there's a very good video on the United Stand at the moment if you haven't seen it. So that'll be up overnight unless there's any breaking news. And then we'll be back at 10 AM tomorrow morning with the latest news on that. Now, Wolves on the attack with Jimenez. It's not Jimenez. Sevilla will clear it. Have you ever done a social media detox? Football Twitter can be very toxic at times, says Martial FC. Yeah, I've gone off Twitter for a bit. I think it's a good idea to come off for a little bit. it depends how you use it. You know, if you're, you know, people use social media in different ways, don't they? Some people do it for vindication. They'll put a tweet out and they're very interested to whether how many retweets they get, how much interaction they get. Some people just tweet something out and then don't even look at what interaction they get. They're just using it for that. Raul Jimenez is in on the left hand side here. Cross comes in. Keeper's got hold of that. What did you have for supper, says Meeks? I had spaghetti bolognese and it was very, very nice. Crap game this is. I just wish somebody would score, because a 0-0 is shocking. I mean, it's almost being played at walking pace. Wolves are playing with a back five. Sevilla have only got 2 up front. It's just... poor. Can't afford any more donos, Mark. Just know I'll be chilling watching you tonight. Clubs was brilliant. Glad you scored at the end, Ewan. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Let's have a look, actually, because I might be doing some Fall Guys tomorrow. I'll be doing some Fall Guys tomorrow on the Twitch channel then, because we've got the 2,000 followers. Thanks everyone who's followed us on Twitch. Links in the video description for that. Thanks everyone who's tuning on Hot Mic as well. You can give us, you can try Hot Mic out. Mark363 is the invite code. PSG watch along must be up there as well, right? Says Kevin. Not really. I mean, it was good on the time. I don't look back on that PSG game with any great, oh, what a night. I don't. I think it's like Marcus Rashford said, we got knocked out in the next round. It wasn't even the bloody quarter-final. So I think that's, to look back on that night in Paris, it was a great night, but it shouldn't be in United's history bank, because we got, you know, it was if we played that game 10 times, we would have lost it 9 times. Mark, if we were offered 70 million for Koulibaly, means Sancho deal in jeopardy, says Srinkath. No. I don't believe that we've offered any money for Koulibaly. Sevilla with the cross, headed over the bar again. No, it's a corner. Sebastian's right. If it goes to extra time, there's a positive side to it because they get extra tired. Yeah, well, I think Lindelof said it today that the extra day will help United quite a lot anyway. So it'll help if it goes to extra time. Hi, Mark. What's the game been like? I've just been watching the snooker, says Jordan Such. Well, the snooker was better, Jordan. I would much rather have watched the snooker than watch this in hindsight. Lovely little ball. He won't keep that on. 7 minutes to go. I could never do an NBA watch along, mate, because I don't know enough about it. I like watching it, but I don't know enough. Sargit says that Sevilla have made nearly 100 passes. They're making a few subs here. It's hot. It's really hot. Former Newcastle great coming on, says Daniel Luciano. Watch Danish Speedway, says Finn. Good tackle. Given a free kick. Ping pong watch along, says Comics Man. I'm chilling next to a fan topless in shorts and looking at Mark, says Zach Alley. I wish I had the fan. I wouldn't want you topless, but the fan. It's getting hot in here, says the Red Devils. There will be more Cooking with Goldbridge. I think I'm looking forward to bringing Cooking with Goldbridge back in the autumn. I wouldn't want to be doing Cooking with Goldbridge at the moment. It's too hot, but I've got some really good autumn recipes. Apparently West Ham have dismissed reports that they've received a £50 million bid from Chelsea for Declan Rice. He's not for sale, and any £50 million bid would be laughed off. And West Ham are hoping he's going to stay for a long time. He's got a long-term contract till 2024. Corner to Sevilla. They've just not really created that big chance, Sevilla. Yes! Get in! Get in! Get in! Get in! Get in! Get in! Sevilla have scored. Justice. Absolute justice. Get in. Get in. Have that, you park the bus merchants. Love it. That is banging. Absolutely banging. Get in. Whipped in cross. Don't be anything offside. Nothing. Yes, it's a perfect goal. Get in. Bloody... Look, I didn't even want Sevilla to win. I wanted Wolves to win. But I think they've been so embarrassing in their approach to this game that it's a win for football, this. Well, they've not won yet. But just shocking. Shocking approach to the game. I mean, why would you take Adama Traore off? Why would you play so defensive in a Europa League semi-final? And let's not forget, I feel sorry for the Wolves fans. I feel sorry for Wolves fans. It's really their only chance of being in European football next season was to win the Europa League. I actually thought they were a threat to win the Europa League. Not like this. Terrible. Absolutely terrible approach to this game. And Fanboy says the hate on Wolves is saddening. No, I'm not hating on Wolves. I actually know some Wolves fans. I think Wolves fans deserve better than that. Their approach to this semi-final today has been anti-football. Yes, they missed a penalty in the first few minutes, but since that penalty, I can't remember them doing anything. They've literally parked the bus. Maybe some strict poker next, says Josh. If it had gone to after extra time, I would have done. I'm boiling. But I'd rather United played Sevilla because I think it will be a better game. It'll be a more open game. But I think Wolves' approach to this game has been crap. I mean, CFC says I wanted Wolves to win. I actually thought I wanted Man United to play Wolves out of familiarity. But his approach to this game tactically has been poor. And I think Nuno's a good manager. But the way they've approached this game today, not good enough. It's a quarter-final, of course. It was a chance to play in a semi-final. But they've just been really poor. Sevilla did finish 4th in La Liga. It sets up a lovely semi-final for United. A far more exciting semi-final as well. I think if Wolves had won this game, and they still might, if Wolves had won this game, I think it would have been, we'd have been like, oh God, we know what's coming. Are we going to play a back five as well? Sevilla's going to be a really good test for United now. And to be fair, Adana says that maybe Sevilla are just too good for Wolves. And maybe that is the case. I mean, even now, it's only Raul Jimenez up front. I think Wolves just set up to try and hit on the break. And it's not worked. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. We do watch-alongs on this channel, and everybody's welcome. Champions League obviously kicks off tomorrow as well. But Wolves looking like they're going out. Lovely defensive play as well. 4 minutes added on. A couple of super chats. With Arsenal winning the FA Cup, does that mean Wolves lose out on Europa spot? So this is their only chance at European football. Yes, Joshua. And Mark, just tuning in now. Do you think if we don't get Sancho, it might affect Pogba's contract, as he may think we aren't serious about a rebuild to H? I hope so. I hope Pogba says I'm not signing if you don't get Sancho. That would put more pressure on United to go and get him. And Deacon says they're trying to hit Sevilla on the bench, so they take off Adama Traore, the quickest player on the pitch. Exactly. I think the tactical approach by Wolves tonight has not been good enough. And I think, you know, we've all been there. I saw United get knocked out by Sevilla, so I sympathise with Wolves fans. It's very frustrating when you get yourself into a good game and you don't have a go at it. And tactically, Wolves have just not been good enough. 2 minutes of extra time to go. Injury time. Look at this run. What a run. Oh, good running as well. Banega. He will hit it. And he hits it over the bar. Fantastic player, Banega, as well. I don't know how old Banega is now. I mean, he's a player I've heard of for years. I'm sure you all have. Fantastic player. 32. I think he's been criminally underused by Argentina as well, although he has got 65 caps. I think in the major tournaments he's not really been used that much, but I might have that wrong. I might be mixing him up with somebody else, but he's 32. Fantastic player, though. Banega against Bruno. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm so excited about the game on Sunday now because it's a game against a team that, yeah, there's a bit of revenge for the Mourinho days, but they're a good footballing side. It's going to be a proper test. And when you know, if you play Wolves in a semi-final, you play Wolves twice a season in the Premier League. When you play Sevilla, 4th place team in La Liga, you know, they've won the Europa League many times before. They're a good footballing side. It's a proper European test. And then probably Inter Milan in the final for whoever gets through. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. This just makes the tournament more exciting for me. Nuno's not very happy. And the referee actually blows the whistle before the 4 minutes are up. Wolves look devastated, but defensively you just can't defend a way out. And Sevilla save us from extra time. I don't think Wolves were ever going to score. They got the penalty. And after that, they just never looked like scoring. The support for Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore was non-existent. The domination of the football by Sevilla was total domination. And they've totally deserved to win that game, Sevilla. And Wolves go out with a whimper. And they will not be in Europe next season. Could he have approached it in any different way? Look, maybe he couldn't. Maybe Sevilla were just too good for them. You've got to stop Banega in the crosses, says Subra. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, what I would say is, and I think Wolves are 700 passes and 1 goal. I'm confident we can beat them, says Man United List. Exactly. Did they carve Wolves open a lot? No. Did they dominate the ball? Yes. Could United do better than Wolves did on the attack? Yes. I think United can win on Sunday. We're going to have to play very well, but I think we can win. And I think a Wolves semi-final would have been boring. So I'm happy with that. I think it offers up something different and exciting. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And if you want to check out our Pro Club stream from this afternoon, That was on Twitch, and the link is in the video description. You can check that video out. We played numerous games. They were quite exciting. Well, they were very exciting. Check it out on Twitch. Links in the video description. We'll be back on here tomorrow with the Villa career mode tomorrow afternoon. And United stand. We put up a great video this evening. So check that out. Update all on Sancho. I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for joining. Speak to you in a bit.